Alright, so you want to put these on by hand. You don't want them tight. You want them to be able to move like that so it can give you leeway. And the points are going to be pointing inside the helmet. The flat spot, the larger triangle base, is going to be pointed outside. So it's going to look exactly like that when it's tightened up. But right now it's alright for them to be a little bit loose. And one thing you want to do is make sure that these lines aren't all twisted up. You want to make sure you look them over. Make sure they're not all. Make sure they're smooth. They're not twisted up. And then this side's good to go. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. And then the very last one is going to be the one at the very back. So we'll go ahead and pop these two guys on real quick. And remember not to tighten them up. Alright, once you got all of them in place, this last one there, what I like to do is fold up these things like that and then pull on them as hard as you can so you can get, you'll pull on each one of them to get as much tension as you possibly can, and then at the end you'll pull each other like that, and then once you get as tight as you can, screw it on tight. And then you want to make sure that these ones are all pointed towards the bottom like that. So these, the ones that are on this ones, on the clips, you want to make sure that they're facing downwards, the bottom of the triangle, and the point's facing upwards. This one and this one, you can do it this way or the other way. It doesn't really make much of a difference, but on these ones it does, because that's where all the tension is at. And if these are put in nice and tight towards the bottom, it's going to keep this snug the way it's designed, and it's not going to be, messing around on you. So make sure you get these tightened facing downwards like that all the way around on these ones. The front one and the back one, not a big deal. Let's go ahead and get them all tightened up. Alright guys, your helmet should be looking like this at this stage, with this nice and tight as you can get it, everything nice and tight. And then we're going to go ahead and put these pads in. You're going to be putting these pads in with the black part facing, this is where your head's going to be in, so this is going to be, and this is the part with the Velcro end. So basically the first one, you're going to make it the circle one, the one that goes on top of your head. You're just going to drop that guy right there. And you can see, you just push it in there, nice and snug. And the second one is going to be your front one, and or the front or back. We'll go ahead and put the back one in first, and if you can see, they kind of come down like that. So you want the wording to be, probably the best way to figure it out is the wording is going to be like this. So if you're doing it at the same time I'm doing it, make sure it's like that. Wording's going to be that way, and then shove that guy back in there, just nice and snug like that. And go ahead and do the front one. Wording is going to be that way. And well, basically, you just look at the shape. It kind of slenders down, so that's where you want your eyebrows to be right there when it's on there, or your forehead, because it goes up, which goes into more of your domish head there. Show that guy in there, like so. And you can see that it's nice and snug in there. And then these guys are going to go like that. Doesn't really matter because they're both just little square blocks. Shove those guys two in like that, and then two more like that, and then we'll show you what it looks like. And then there it is. Now those two guys in there, the back pad, the front pad, the other two sides. And if you guys have any questions on this, just go ahead and post a comment. If you have any questions on how to do it, it's a pretty simple thing to do. It doesn't take too long, and it feels just 1,000 times better. I mean, if you've ever put on one of these helmets without this, you know, walking around in that thing all day would just kill your head, and it's just a no-go. This feels so much better, so much comfortable. You can actually put this thing on and not be in pain with it jamming into your head. But yeah, this definitely will help with that, and also allows for some ballistic qualities as well. Like if you were to get hit in the head with shrapnel, this will lessen the concussion on your head and whatnot. Bullets hitting you and whatnot will, because it has all this padding, so it's just not, you know, hitting the Kevlar and then dinging your head with just a rattling jolt of it. This would actually absorb some of that vibration and trauma. Plus it wicks away your sweat. I mean, this is just, if you're going to be ever needing one of these helmets or wanting to wear one for a while, or airsofting, or doing whatever you're doing with the helmet, Kevlar helmet like this, having this on there is a reason, let alone to wanting to have one. This is definitely an upgrade.